I had something happen to me earlier today that cannot stop thinking about. This morning, the low pressure tire light was on in my car. So I popped up to Costco a little before they opened with the intent of putting some air in. And once they opened, this other woman and I both were trying to fill up our cars. We were the first people there. They don't turn on their air until like the store is open. So both of us are there, you know, thinking we knew how to put air in the tire because we've done it before. And both of us were having problems. And I took my phone, I scanned the little QR code for the video to show me how to do it, and it wasn't working. My pressure was going lower and lower and lower. So I'm asking her, are you having a problem? She's like, yeah, it's not working. So here we both are trying to figure this out. And after, like, honestly, probably almost 10 minutes, this guy pops out of his car and says, are you having a problem? Because he was waiting for us to be done. And we said, yeah, it's not, we can't figure out what we're doing wrong. Can't figure out what we're doing wrong. So he comes over and he does exactly what I'd been doing. Didn't work. Pops up. He walks over to the service area and says, I don't know what he said, but he came back. He said, yeah, she's turning it on now. The air wasn't on. And after I left and she and I both had finished our thing, I thought, how is it that two women sat there, both of us thinking we were the problem, that we didn't know what we were doing, that we were doing something wrong. This guy comes up, and after 10 seconds, he goes to find what the problem is. I am fascinated by this because one of the things I always talk about in terms of midlife is when we start feeling unmoored, when we start not feeling like ourselves anymore, the first thing we think is, what's wrong with me? There must be something wrong with me. And it just made me realize how pervasive that tendency is in women to turn it inward, to look inward to see what's wrong with us. Are we the problem? We just kind of assume we're the problem, I think. And not to make a global generalization, but I don't think men initially think they're the problem. I think they go to look for the problem outside. And I'm not saying there's not a balance to be had here. I'm so curious if others of you find yourself immediately thinking, what am I doing wrong? Where has this shown up for you? And I guess the invitation is to, when you find yourself thinking, oh, what am I doing wrong? What's the matter with me? To maybe pause for a beat and see if perhaps maybe it's not you. It might actually be a bigger problem somewhere else and not be anything about what's happening inside of you. So that was my big aha today. Not that it's a newsflash, but still, wow, the different places that this tendency can show up. I would love to hear your thoughts about this down in the comments. Hope you have a great day.